ready for number one, number two, number three? I'm just playing. All right. Let's see. What I wanted to show you was I've been watching a couple of streams. They were saying how I was speaking to them through their video. Well, they weren't even videos; they were more like live streams. But I don't really necessarily have to speak them through the live streams for them to hear me. All I have to do is say a few words, and boom, everybody hears me, right? You wanted me to give you my honest opinion, and I did, right? You sure it was an opinion or was it a fact? Come on, can you tell me? I just thought I would let you know that. Is there something you don't know about me? But the fact that I'm Jesus, should it concern you? Yes, it should. And I do know that it should not. You should not be aboard or fear it, for it is there when you need it. Do not heed my word as an example of evil. I do not wish to be evil in the sight of my Father, who art in heaven. For I did not come to do evil, but have come to do good, and to proceed with justice. As justice would come out of my mouth, so also shall the sword, for it is sharp, more sharp than any two-edged sword, can cut through anything. And there's nothing that the sword can't cut. For any inanimate object does not need to be cut by the sword, for it shall be slain. For it is already slain. For I am immovable. I am the rock, and there is no other way. And if you shall find another way, then when I guarantee you shall be given away to heaven. You shall be given away to another place, a place that you should not like, a place that you will not like. I cannot give you a place where you feel like that it's okay for you to do what you do. For you to do evil in a place of good is not the right place for you. And you know that, right? And any man who goes against the Son of God does not deserve to be in heaven, for that is the place of God. God does not want evil in his place. You have to understand, every man on this earth has done at least one evil thing. So I will not guarantee that as long as you live in a heavenly body, that you will not do evil. Any man who does any evil is guilty of all things. But I assure you, I have done no evil in my life. I've proceeded out with justice, and I gave my justice and my right. I had every right to do the things that I did, and everything that I did was okay, and it was good. Whether you choose not to agree with it or not is your choice. I'm not saying you have to agree with that. And if you want to send me to jail, call the cops on me, hey, go right ahead. But to God, that's a totally different story, man. I know that I am innocent inside of my Father in heaven. So are you? Are you innocent? That's what you need to understand. You need to stop looking at the law of man and start thinking about the law of God, because God does not fully agree with the laws of man, which dwelleth on this earth. For the earth does not agree with God also. And you know that also. Am I right? Of course I am. And you did not know that? Of course you knew that. For every law that you follow, do you agree with it? No. Because you're used to a divine law, a law that has not been given to every man, but a law that has been given by every evil man. Any man who does evil shall create chaos. Are these laws creating peace, or are they creating chaos? If they are creating chaos, then they're not good. But you already know that any strict law and any strict thing that does not apply with God or does not concede with God, and you do not pray for the things that you want, then you shall not receive from the law. For you shall hear through grace and by faith. In those things you shall be healed. And you shall be healed by my stripes alone. For I shall heal you. And you know these things. So why do you continue to agree with the things that are not should be agreed with? I do agree that if I gave you every right to do the things that I gave you adherence to that, if I gave you every right to do the things that you did, if I thought that they were okay, then I would follow them with you. But I do not think that they are okay. Because if I was okay with them, then I would be a part of you, and I am no part of sinner. I only concede with sinners. I'm the mediator between sinners and God. So if I were to be a mediator between sinners and God, then you'd already know that I would concede with the two. But I would not be a part of the sinners, I would be a part of God. Being a part of sinners is different than being the mediator between God and man. It's different. And you have to understand that. You're looking at a third age rabbi right in front of you. A rabbi that knows pretty much everything he needs to know about the book of life. You, on the other hand, don't even come close to me. And you have to understand that when you approach me, approach with wisdom and with a sound mind. Because I guarantee you, you try to argue with me, you will fear my name. You shall say that when I do not agree with what you're doing, that you should know that what you're doing is wrong. But I'm gonna let you take the time to figure that out for yourself. Okay? I'm not gonna try to take things into consideration, the things that are wrong. No. But I'm gonna let you take the time to understand and realize what you are doing. You should know how to judge yourself. Because before the throne of God, you shall know who your God truly is. You thought that there was another person out there for you to heal you, to encourage you, to make you, to give you power, to make you see what you are blind, to make you walk because you are lame. Do you not realize that if there is nobody else that can do this stuff for you, that there is only one person who can? Why do you continue to reject the person who can and try to go for somebody who can't? Which doesn't even exist where you want him to be. Because if he did, he would have done those things already. And he did not. So if you think that your wisdom is greater than mine and that my wisdom is less than yours, then you would have been able to argue with me already. If I was lying to you, then you would have known beforehand. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to write these words down and go teach them to your fellow man. Don't try to make me somebody that I'm not, because the truth is I'm greater than any man on this earth, simply because of the fact that I can argue with anything that a man says and win. You're making me somebody who I am not. You just can't do that. You cannot make me somebody that I'm not. Because if you could, you would have done beforehand. You cannot do that. You see, I never really had to change. I'm not even changing. I'm saying I'm Jesus, and that's the truth. I'm the same yesterday, today, and forever. And you're sitting here saying that I've changed. Oh, really? You think that I've changed? Do I look different? Do I talk different? Do I have the different voice? Do I look more crazy? Do you think I'm a crack? I'm a mess? I'm on this? I'm on that? You think I'm crazy? You think I don't know what I'm talking about? Do you think I need help? Do you think I got a mental problem that I don't make any sense? I'm not making any sense to you at all whatsoever. The problem with you is you definitely need help because you can't even Accept the simple fact that I'm Jesus. And that's not even an opinion. I'm telling you the truth about my life. I've talked about everything I could talk that I could possibly muster. And you were continually arguing with me and telling me that I don't know this, I don't know that, I need help, I need this, I need that. And I don't even need your help. I have everything I could possibly muster. I have everything I could possibly need. Why would I need your help? Why? So I can try to do something that I already know how to do? So I can think in another way that I can think perfectly in? You're trying to change somebody's mind that you already know is fully perfect in every single way. And you sitting here trying to change my terminology, my theologies, and my everything else. You're trying to change everything. You you have to understand that there is no changing me. There is no changing me. I've always been the same. What you just don't. I just didn't tell you beforehand. You don't know because I'm just not telling you these things. So that's leading you astray. That I'm confusing you. No, I'm not confusing you. You confused yourself when you chose not to agree with the fact that I was Jesus. You chose to agree with that I am not. So what did you get out of that? You ended up having a sick family member or a family member that didn't get anything out of it. When you rejected me and you said I believe in the name of Jesus, who did you reject? Did you reject Jesus or did you reject me? Because it seems to me that you don't understand the context of this game. You don't understand what this is about. Because in my eyes, I really think that you need help, but not me. Not me. I am fully aware. I'm fully conscienceable of everything that is going on in my life. I do not need to tell you what I think about my life or what I see in front of my face or how I see things or what I see. You don't even know that. You only know what you see in my videos. If you would have known anything else, you would have known that I was Jesus. My family just can't accept the simple fact that I'm Jesus because they think that I wasn't born through a virgin mother, but my mother did actually dwell in something like that. My mother was in the mirror asking herself, "What am I? What am I?" And my dad was sitting there thrusting her, telling her, "What's wrong? What's wrong? I need to put you on more medicine. Are you okay? You alright?" She didn't even need that medicine. She didn't need that. And she had schizophrenia. She had problems. She had anxiety. Because everybody keeps pressuring her. So what did you think would happen? What did you think would happen? What happens when you pressure somebody on something? They're going to have anxiety. They're going to have stress. They're going to have schizophrenia. And you can pressure somebody so bad to the point to where they have schizophrenia. Do you know that? They start seeing things. That's called trauma. Stress trauma. When you have enough stress to one point where you feel so tired you can't function, you can get so tired to the point to where you have schizophrenia. There you go. And you start hearing voices and you start seeing stuff. You don't just see stuff. No. I don't see stuff. It just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't. You know? It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Does that even make any sense to you, right? You think that I'm the Jesus. But you come back to me and you say that I am, and you threaten to kill me? and you want to nail me to a cross? Hey, like I say, it's not the first time I've been nailed to a cross, so I'm completely used to it. You think it really bothers me? No, no, it doesn't bother me at all. No. You notice by the sound of my voice that I'm. Now you may think that when I'm talking to you right now that I'm Donald Trump because of the way I move my lips, or because of the way I talk, or this and that and this and that. You make up so much stuff in your head, and it's all in your imagination. It's all in your head, and you just make it all up just to slander me. And that's your problem. You see, you think that I'm like Donald Trump. Do you think I just paint my face yellow? Do you think that I just am just arrogant and make myself more than what I am? And I, so far in this video, does it look like I made myself more than what I am? Now, don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Because everything I've been saying in my videos was entirely true. You just can't agree with it because you got your head stuck up your butt. That's what it is. You got your head stuck up your ass. Now I don't normally say that, but you got your head stuck up your ass. You know that, right? Think about what you're doing, okay? Think about what you're saying. You need to know that I'm not stupid. I'm not crazy. I'm not this. I'm not that. I'm not anything. Everything that I am is perfect. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm completely fine. Now, if you would have learned to trust me and believe that I was him and that I am him, you would already know by now, beforehand, that I am he who lives forevermore. Now, what would happen if I split my hair like that? Who would I look like? I don't look like Jesus to you? I don't look like Jesus to you? You sure about that? Last time I checked, I am, you know? You don't want to believe in Jesus? Well, I'm just this, I'm just that. You don't, excuse me, you don't believe that I am. You should have been David. Oh, did I just say that? My bad. I'm very immature. When I joke around, when I'm being funny, I don't joke around in a way where it's just not okay. I have a very immature way of joking around. I got a plug in my computer. Apparently, it's dying, so you know. Yep, that's what it is, right? Supposed to do is stick my finger in it and power it up. Magically appear on my computer to power up. So tell me, how can you believe that everything in that book is true? Concerning things, well, it turned water into wine. Oh wait, you already know that there was a wine god. So how do you know that the Romans didn't make that up? What if they did? How do you know that? You think they didn't make that up? They didn't make that up? You sure? To me, it just doesn't make any sense. If you think about it, not one day in my life have I ever been able to turn water into wine. Not one day in my life have I ever been able to walk on water. Why is that? Because it was stuff that was made by the Romans to concern Greek mythology. to mock me, to make me into a person in an image that is not supposed to be what it is. Why did they do that? Because they did not like me. I did it. They, in their eyes, I did a crime that I wasn't supposed to do. So they tried to do every possible way to try to get me out of that book. And they did just that. And boy, oh boy, did they try to succeed. But I already know that I would have come right back here to do it all over again. Just as they would before. Just as I would now. And you know that, right? So don't even try to act like I don't know what I'm talking about, okay? Anyways, I'm gonna stop this recording. Alright? Alright. Okay. Bye bye.